Hi guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Today's topic is going to be best and worst movie going experience.
Wah, wah.
And with prices so high with movies now, like when you go, you want to make sure you're getting your money's worth. Sometimes it'll work out for you.
Don't buy your
Many
Philly
times.
cheesesteak there, you sneak it in.
Yeah.
So my worst one was Christmas, I think about 2 years ago. We went to go see This Is 40. We thought it'd be a really great movie to see with the family because it was kind of like led up to be that way.
Yeah.
And if you've seen the movie, you know it's definitely not appropriate
Definitely
for all
not.
ages.
I think the worst part about it was like when we saw it, it was like a 2.5 hour movie.
You're
Is it
stuck
really
in
that
it.
long?
One, it was like
It's like Funny People.
If
You know
it-
Funny People?
if it wasn't that long, it felt like it was.
that long. The funniest part about the entire time we were watching this movie is if you watch it and you also watch Lost and haven't finished Lost, they give away the ending of the show.
Like, literally like the
last
like
scene
this
of
is what
the movie.
this is the thing
Yes.
that you waited 6 seasons
Yes.
to watch.
Pretty
so
much.
literally, so Kurt
That's all I heard too. Was that
Yes.
it ruined Lost for
Was
people.
that close enough to Lost being on the air that it matters?
It was on.
No.
It was on
Slightly
Netflix.
it
It was
was.
on Netflix.
It was like more like shame on us. Like you should have seen it by
Would you
now.
be mad if somebody
Yeah,
was Breaking
no.
Bad?
It's
It
kinda
was
nuts.
more like we should have seen it at this point.
It's still
But
sucks.
Kurt hadn't seen it at this point.
I was actually, I
And
was,
he
on the
was like-
I was halfway through the last
It was
season.
just
Yes.
a cosmic joke at that point that
It really
just
was.
so happened.
It was waiting
we were
just to happen.
watching.
The first 3
You
seasons
of
are
all people.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
When they introduce time travel and it becomes a whole thing,
My best going movie experience is also my worst movie going experience.
Oh yeah.
So right around the time Avengers came out, the day before, I got the sickest I've ever been in my life. And the next day was Avengers. And that was like the pinnacle of movie going experience. For
It was
me
the
at
first
time.
Avengers,
It was like,
too.
yeah,
Sorry,
it
the
was like
first event.
the
Yes.
first event.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Like the
Yeah.
first event.
So it was like it was like the
Crazy
Royal
Marvel.
Rumble of
Yeah.
Yes.
it was
It was-
like
the one that spawned it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was extremely excited for this movie, and I was so sick. My body, like, went into this, like, preservation mode. It actually turned out to be one of the best movie-going experiences, because, like, the theater was, like, so into everything that was happening. Like, I remember when Captain America was like, Hulk,
oh my
smash!
gosh.
And I was just leaking death through the whole
Yeah.
fucking...
This poor guy. So the whole
Fucking
time,
sitting
the
in
whole
a
time
puddle
throughout that
of your
movie.
own
No,
I'm loving
I had
every
to sit.
minute.
I had to sit next to him, and he was just like, "I don't feel
It's
good.
so funny.
I
I like-
can't do this.
I
I
like-
don't want. I love this, but I can't."
I was like legitimately worried, and I was like, I called my
Yeah.
dad like during the day. I'm like, should I go to the doctor? Or, like, black is coming out of me. He's like, no, you'll be fine. I'm like, I'm gonna die, Dad. Like, I gotta see Avengers before I die.
Your dad like has come way closer to death than that. though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Your
No,
dad
we
survived,
know.
like,
Yeah.
You're fine.
He actually really has. Actually, that's the funny thing about it. And I think I know your answer for the best movie.
Okay, so my best is
It was the same
his, the same night. So, if you don't know about me, I'm a huge comic book fan. And this was probably the most psyched I'd
Absolutely.
ever been for a movie. So, we get into the movie.
It's like when you come home and a dog just so excited it just pisses.
It's like-
There was
Just
black
shits
hanging
himself, but he's
White
so
hanging out of
excited.
it.
Oh my god! So we're in the theater. And we saw it in 3D. We wanted to do this movie right, and all of a sudden the picture's not working. And I lean over to Kurt, who's a few people down. I'm like, Kurt, are your glasses not working? And then he leans back like, yeah, they're totally not working. I jump. I like Captain America laugh. So I get to the front and I talk to him like, listen, the theater's not working.
She's like sweating.
I'm hyperventilating. And I'm like,
Yeah,
you need to
freaking out.
change the reel in theater, blah, 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 or you're going to have a...
Comes up to the desk, guy's like, ugh.
Oh, this guy.
Another homeless guy got in here.
So I told the guy, I was like, you're going to have 1,000 pissed off people coming in here if you don't fix it right now. As I'm saying this, I turn, I see 3 people coming to say
They look exactly like
They
that.
are like they're from alternate universes, and they're the exact
Bizarro butter.
the bizarro. Like this is Hispanic butter, this is Jewish butter, this is Asian butter. They're all there for the same reason. So I go there and literally full volume. I get in the front of the theater and I shout to everyone, "Hey, are your glasses not working?" And one guy from the top is like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Don't worry, they're gonna fix it right now." He yells, "Thanks, random guy." And the entire theater, these 3 can vouch for me, started to shout, "Random
Random
guy, That was I was an Avenger that night. I've never been closer to being an Avenger than that night.
That you peaked.
It's all down. Now this is where I'm going to become a sidekick or the B-list team.
I feel like, well, it's hard to rank sometimes, but like generally, like everything that can clump up together at the top is almost always a midnight premiere of something.
100%.
Absolutely, yeah.
I feel bad suggesting this one because this isn't really me doing anything or like contributing. It's really just me reflecting on a different time that Butter was like the star of the show. And it's when we saw Jurassic Park.
Oh my god.
When they re-released it for the 20-year anniversary.
I totally fucking forgot about that time.
And
how did I not remember that?
The theater was only like half full.
It was the re-release when Jurassic Park 3D came out, and it was not only in 3D, it was at an IMAX theater that we saw it in. And luckily enough, we were the loudest bunch of drunk assholes at a movie you could ever be.
I was so worried at the time, because I was about a few minutes in, I was like, we're being so loud. We're quoting it constantly. We're making jokes. We're laughing at each other. And I stopped caring when I realized that, like, one of you guys said something that was legitimately funny, and I heard everyone behind us also laughing.
The people that was behind us, I knew one of them from work. So they're
So
they came up to me the next day, like, you guys were fucking hilarious during that time.
It was like the two people in front of us were upset with us. They were joking too, but it was like, it was to the point where I stood up in the middle of the movie theater and took off my 3D glasses just like Dr. Grant does when he sees the Brontosaurus for the first time.
So, one of the best movie-going experiences I had was, again, involving Comic-Con. We, as Butter, Kurt, and I, with two of my friends, saw Rocky Horror Picture Show, and it was the first time live for Kurt and I.
Yeah, it was the first time for me.
So one of the cool things was when Tyler and they played Time Warp, and so I get up with my friend and we start doing the Time Warp, and like Tyler gets up too.
You did it.
Honestly,
he's doing it.
Here's the thing: I literally did the show like months before that. But if you ever were in drama, you know how to do the time warp like the back of your fucking hand.
Yeah.
But it was one of those experiences that was really cool to be like, he never saw it before.
Never, yeah.
Yeah, and like,
what did you think of it?
So the reason why I liked it the most, that previously that night we went to go see an Aquabats concert, and we got a little rowdy in the mosh pit, and Pat ended up accidentally punching her in the face, and we had to go. And
no, it's
broke
okay.
my nose. There's more to that story. I saved him.
It's okay.
I saved him.
Being a bitch, so she deserved it.
Okay, that's the exact opposite of the story. I saved him from getting his ass kicked.
This asshole was literally drunk off his ass, flailing about on the steps of San Diego County Jail.
And we're there, and what else does he do? He quotes Lord of the Rings.
Oh my god!
The closer we are to danger, the further we are away from harm. And like, Pat, that does not make sense.
It's not helping. It's not helping the situation.
No, there are cops here. That's not true.
Yeah.
All of us were there.
And it was such chaotic. Like, we went back to the hotel room. We were so drained. We didn't know if we were going to go out that night. And they're like, hey, Rocky Horror's playing at midnight. And I was like, oh, it was such a horrible experience. And we went there, and it was such a calming experience. We didn't have to be at a bar. We didn't have to be in where a bunch of fucking
It was a hotel. So nice.
It's a random hotel. A nice little fucking...
It was
like a random ballroom.
Yeah.
And yes, I will admit, I drank.
I just felt nice and
during
safe.
It.
Like, nothing
but it was
can harm
super
me
cool.
Time.
Like, honestly, I could have taken every person. So my worst movie-going experience would probably be when we saw Tron 3D. We're all in line, and I don't know why I'm so excited to see this in 3D. Like, I was like, oh, this is the movie to see in 3D.
We saw it IMAX.
IMAX 3D. We sat in the dead center of the theater.
That was cool.
So now let me explain to you this theater. It's the IMAX theater. It's an actual IMAX theater. Not one of those fake fucking IMAX theaters that you go to, like a movie theater, and it's like a regular theater with a big screen.
Like they add wind effects to make you feel more like sick with altitude.
It's an actual IMAX theater with this crazy fucking vaulted like seating, and we were in the dead center. The worst part about being in the center was the aisles were like maybe 5 inches wide, where if you were to leave, you are gone. You cannot come back because you're going to ruin everyone. So we made the horrible decision of sitting in the center of the theater.
So when we're seeing Tron, I was super excited. But the problem before that was I decided to make the experience a little more euphoric. Now, we are 5 minutes before getting in that theater, and I'm like, you know what? This is the time. I'm gonna choose to go to the
Oh
bathroom.
no!
I'm going to be in Tron.
I want to feel like I'm riding
I can
a
only imagine how
cycle,
he feels now.
like a light cycle, and I'm literally killing people as I make 90-degree turns. So I'm sitting
That's
in
so
the toilet
terrifying.
seat. I eat the entire bar, not half of it, which is the recommended dosage from an actual doctor. I eat the entire bar.
An actual doctor.
So I go back into the theater, and all of a sudden, nothing happens. I'm like, look at me. I'm like,
Oh my
God,
God,
nothing can hit me. So we are literally in the middle of the theater, and it hits me as soon as they start to do their light cycle battle. And I lose my shit. No, I lose my shit hard. To the fact where I get up once and go to the bathroom. And I'm sweating bullets. And I come back, and Kurt's like, why do you keep getting up? Just chill. Relax. Like, eat some popcorn. No, it doesn't work. I'm shoveling handful after handful of popcorn. Literally at one time.
Puking from all the salt and butter.
I lean over to Kurt, and I'm like, Kurt, I think I chipped a tooth.
No.
Middle of the theater, I'm full volume telling him, like, hey, I think I broke a tooth. We need to leave this. Fuck Jeff Bridges and Tron.
And at that time, I already left, so I was like, if I go, I have to leave.
Like,
too.
we're done. Like,
and we paid top dollar for this IMAX experience because it was IMAX and it was IMAX 3D.
my heart is pounding. Pounding. So I leave the theater, I go outside, it's raining, and I'm like, I can't catch my breath. My eyes are fucking bloodshot as hell. I'm literally outside talking to myself in my haggard ass, like my street clothes with my IMAX glasses. You're okay? Everything's fine. Just come on, just keep breathing, dude. And literally all of a sudden you're like, ching, and I see down there's 2 quarters staring up at me.
Oh, it's a sign.
And then all of a sudden I see an old couple jerk behind like a kiosk as they ran away. They thought I was homeless. They thought I was literally talking to myself in the middle, and they gave me 50 cents to help out my day. And like this is one of 3 times somebody thought I was homeless too.
Yes, I've heard of the other time.
Only 3 times.
Only 3 times I've thought I was homeless.
That's out of order. Why is that out of order? Do people like move shit?
When you're not looking, we just go.
Why is Rumble in the Bronx all the way over here with Shrek?
I don't think we're concerned about Rumble in the Bronx position in the wall right now.
I am a little bit.
I think we're concerned about lack of position in the wall right now with a certain movie.
Okay, but seriously, like, listen, we need to get to the bottom of this.